Well, let's look at this workbook lesson too. I'm sorry, lesson 257. Thank you. You're going to have to keep me on track here tonight because my brain is not working. I was keeping it a secret. I don't know. I say the lesson number, don't I? So yeah, keep me on track here tonight, y'all. So I'm not as foggy as I feel like I am. Anyway, let me remember what my purpose is. And I think that, it's funny, this lesson, as I've always looked at this lesson, I like this lesson, but I realize that it goes through and it really doesn't tell you what your purpose is until the second paragraph. Notice that? It just tells you, what do you think your purpose is? Just let me ask you that. Anybody got any ideas?
Experience this life.
What's that? Experience what?
To experience life.
To experience life. Okay. But the problems of life or the joy of life?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. He's gonna just say yes to whatever I say. Yeah. Both. But I would think to experience the possibility. But it's saying in here, forgiveness is the chosen means of your salvation. So it's really not until that second paragraph do we really get the idea of what our real purpose is. Now, you might go, well, what does forgiveness mean? We talked about that, and this is a good lesson for the fact that the month of September in our prayer ministry is forgiveness offers everything I want. That's our lesson in the prayer ministry, lesson 122. You don't have to look at that one right now, but this is lesson 257. And what it says in that particular lesson of our forgiveness offers everything I want, it says forgiveness gives you everything because what forgiveness does is clear away the cobwebs. Forgiveness, that's really what forgiveness is. It's a spraying of Windex on a dirty window so you can see more clearly. It's telling us that within every moment is an opportunity to experience our oneness, to experience our shared unity, to experience the truth of who we are, to experience the presence of God. Isn't that what a miracle is? Right? Isn't that what the goal of the course is? Is for us to find who and what we are and to experience that oneness with each other. So forgiveness is not something I do because, we are here to love. Yeah. That's your makeup bag. Well, that's a nice makeup bag. We are here to love. Yeah. And if you notice that, there's more of this around than ever before, isn't there? Now, the course is telling us our purpose really is to know our oneness, right? Okay, it's to remember who we are. So if I am recognizing my oneness with another, if I am filling their bucket, then my bucket's going to get filled, right? So that's kind of what the course is always telling us. If I am willing to experience a miracle consciousness, then if I am willing to shift my perception, then I know that I'm going to be a gift to others. So it says, if though I forget this purpose, if I forget my oneness, if I forget that love is my essence, what happens to me? This lesson says it. When I forget what my real purpose is in being here, I can be but confused, unsure of what I am, and thus conflicted in my actions. And is that not the way you feel when you don't do your workbook lesson? When you don't start out the day by making up your mind that you are going to have a miraculous day, or that you are going to remember you are one with God, or that you are going to remember that forgiveness gives me everything I want. When we don't start our thinking in that way, when we don't start by remembering who and what we are in some way, whether you're doing your workbook lesson or you're doing some other spiritual practice, if you are just getting up and not making up your mind, if you are getting up with a cluttered brain, then you can't know who and what you are. And it says here, and it's so true, you get confused then. You don't have a purpose. You don't have a focus. You can be unsure of what you are. Who really am I? You can be conflicted in your actions. What is my action? What is my real action here? And it says, no one can serve contradicting goals and serve them well. So it's telling us, if we think at times we are one with God, but then at other times we're in control, then what do? But this idea that no one can serve contradicting goals and serve them well, meaning, and this is what we try to do most of the time. We live in contradiction all the time. We believe in the truth. We believe that God is love and therefore so am I. But how often do we live with that? How often are we really focusing on that in our lives? You know, we get up and we go, okay, God is but love, and therefore so am I. Forgiveness is my only function here. That's the chosen mean God has given me for salvation. I'm sure of this, I'm this. And then we go out into the world and we're conflicted. You know, we lose our focus. We lose our structure, if you will. And so bringing our minds back to the truth is a constant thing. Remembering what our purpose is a constant thing. And when we don't remember what our purpose is, we become confused, unsure of what we are, and conflicted in our goals. We cannot serve conflicting goals and serve them well, nor can we function without deep distress and great depression. And isn't that kind of how we are? When we do not know who we are, when we get lost and caught up in the things of the world, do we not kind of fall into deep distress and great depression? Let us therefore be determined to remember, what do we really want today? That we may unify our thoughts and actions meaningfully and achieve only what God would have us do this day.